This video is going to be about hip hop in the remaining months of 2024 because it has been such an interesting year for hip hop so far. It started off with Nicki Minaj's big foot towards Megan, or Megan, Megan's his line towards Nicki, and then her response, and then just lots of other bullshit. Then it went to Kendrick Lamar and Future and Metro Boomin towards Drake, then Rick Ross towards Drake, then a lot of other people towards Drake, and then Drake responded. And now, lastly, Chris Brown towards Quavo, and this was because a woman, I believe. So it has been like very direct. People are saying that Nicki Minaj's this has set the tone this year for other people to just be more direct about their shots and to just hit the target spot on, hit the nail spot on. So, this one reading is going to be about hip hop in the rest of 2024. What is going to happen? Can we expect more beefs? Can we expect more falling outs, more truths to come out and whatnot? We're going to just tap into the general energy of, you know, hip hop, just hip hop in general, whether it be it's male hip hop or female hip hop, just the whole genre as a whole. And we're going to see what we're going to this, and we're going to go from there. So let's start and let's get it. Let's go. So let's see. Can we get the genre energy around hip hop in general? American hip hop, of course. Like gotta specify or specialize. Let's see. Can we get the energy around hip hop in 2024? The first thing that I'm getting is like, now they're finally starting to do it the same way the elders or like the older heads of hip hop used to, by becoming more direct. It's kind of like, taking info from the other people that were sorry that were before them, like finally doing it the way it should be done, and actually like going to the booth or like taking it to the songs and doing this and that. They're finally taking a page out of hip hop 101 book from the people who were before them, like from the 2000s or like from the 90s. But at the same time, it's not as direct or like as hard as it's supposed to be, because they all do sneaky shit. They do sneaky shit to manipulate the facts, because this is something that I am getting also. They do sneaky shit to manipulate the facts. They do sneaky shit because they know at times that their opponent is not going to speak on that shit unless, provoked. There's a lot of provocative lines. There's a lot of sneaky. There's also provocative lines, provocative thoughts, deciding whether or not to go below the belt, deciding whether or not, to just do something and say that, oh my god, okay, I am beyond that. I can't just keep doing shit like that. Or deciding to actually like be sneaky and say something that is going to push the other person to just say lots of harder shit towards you, or saying something that is triggering so you can get the reaction that you are wanting. Lots of pettiness, of course. I mean, the lots of pettiness, lots of sneakiness, lots of there's something about like sabotage and like fraudery. There is a lot of that too. Oh my god, they be getting lots of headaches because it's just like so. Godly, the headache hits me out of nowhere. It gets like so out of control. Everything could like spiral so out of control. It could get violent, like verbally violent. It could also like get physically violent, but at the same time it's like, if I do it, that would be me, or like that would be too clear, or that would be a dead ass giveaway that it was something of my doing. For once, or like for now, it's only going to be like in words and backs and forth with other people, and like lots of direct shots, lots of direct communication and songs. You know, for some artists, it's going to be good because it's going to be solidifying their status in the hip hop world, or like in the rap world, and it's going to make them a lot of money. It's like Drake's energy is like, just like Drake and Nicki when they were in Young Money and like the era of No Frost and whatnot. We don't make like diss records. We make top hits and we diss you in them or like on them or whatever. It's kind of like the same thing that I keep hearing and I keep seeing. That's one of the main things. Like, I'm not going to address you unless it's gonna I'm going to profit off of it, or like I'm going to make money off of it. So until then, you're just gonna be talking in the void, or like to the void. But there's definitely lots of insecurities and lots of feathers that are being shuffled. Fuck, shuffled, ruffled, same shit. Lots of insecurities, lots of feelings like, this isn't how my year was supposed to go, and this isn't something that was on my bingo card. Lots of unexpected um, violence, or just lots of unexpected surprises that started hitting some of the artists, in the mix of this genre. Because, like, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of I don't fuck with you, I don't like you. You have done a lot, but you also haven't done anything for other people. You're just acting like a fucking fool. And there's the energy of just insecurities and just feeling like, why is everybody like turning on me? This year, or like for the remaining year, we're going to see lots of other falling outs. We're going to see lots of more of like backs and forth and just recklessness and, just lots of recklessness and backs and forths, and also lots of progress and movement. It's going to be very divided because some people are going to keep going for some time, and some people are going to be left behind, and some people are just going to be fucking like taking forever. It's like the Kendrick and Drake one. It's going to be fucking taking forever, like, baiting him. I say like Lamar like basing him and just making him say, or like making him put out whatever it is that he really wants him to put out, or just really like making him keep going and going and going until he would be the one delivering like the last, the fatal in French, how they say it, blow, like he would be like delivering the final punch to the gut. Basically that's what he wants, just like basing him and like trapping him and just making him trip over and over and over until he decides to be like, okay, you talk now, it's my turn. I'm hearing it was like also like in a way that would Eminem, like what would Eminem do? Like, okay, so this is what he would do, but now I'm gonna do you one even better. And now it's my turn. You talk and talk and talk. Now sit down and watch how, you know, like the best one really does it. And yeah, he's a very like I'm not gonna say cocky, but like he's a very confident man. He knows about Kendrick Lamar. He knows his power, he knows his potential, and he knows what he can whip out, and he knows what he can raise, and he knows what he does. So he ain't gonna waste no time, but he's really gonna make you like I say like earnest, or just like run for whatever this is gonna put out there on you, and he's gonna make it like in a rap way, like a real poetic step away. And he's gotta sit there like decipher that, unless he is going to be like very direct about it. He's like no in between. They're going to be like put this out there. You just like have to really like decipher it, and it's gonna be like a witty lyrical bar, or it's going to be like straight hip hop and dark shots, like in between, as I said. Either in the Tupac way, like either in the Eminem way, So yeah, there is that too. The Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef is one of the beef that is very like prominent and very strong, for the remaining months of the year, or like for the time being, because it's really just like took over for those past minutes, and it's like no matter how you want to like see it or like look at it, it's still going to lead you to the same beef. Like, okay, it's done, or like he said this and that, but now we're just waiting. It always just goes back to that, and now it doesn't have that everybody's like coming for Drake, or like everybody is really getting their lick back when it comes to him. Even Kanye West actually like did so just on Friday. I'm doing this reading on Sunday, April 21st, so I don't really know when I'm gonna post this, but I will see. But even Kanye was like, said something about him too. Like who the fuck is it? Well, he said something about Drake and J. Cole too. But I was like very confused, honestly. But they gotta do what they gotta do. They always gotta have like a punch in there. But yes, aside from the Kendrick and Audrey B. Oh wait, oh great, Audrey. Bitch, I don't even know what the fuck his name is actually anymore. But aside from the Lamar and Drake, isn't it? Oh, Anyway, aside from that, as I was saying, the remaining months of hip hop is going to be like lots of recklessness, lots of burdens. You know, it's going to be mentally draining for some, especially the ones, especially like Drake too, especially the ones who are not used to just like being shitted on, or like hated on, and just like ganged up on. It's going to be like a lot of heavy energy for that. Like I'm talking about like sleepless nights, headaches, feeling overwhelmed, feeling outnumbered, feeling like nobody is really truly showing you the fucking support that you've been there. People might even like be victimizing one another, like victimizing themselves here. A lot of insecurities and just really jealousy also. That's the thing though, there's a lot of like there's always lots of brewing jealousy between the male rappers, but they don't really be direct about it, or they don't really say something about it. They just disguise it under lots of hate and under lots of you know bitching and just like biting back and just lots of arguing or just like lots of dissing. But once it's time to really like decipher what is really truly going on, you can see that there is a lot of jealousy or like um there's lots of jealousy, there's lots of insecurities, and just feeling like, somebody's about to snatch that position from you, or like, take your place, or like take the throne. And at times it could also be because of women, you know, fuck that bitch, back that bitch, but I ain't, like, I ain't done so. I did all this, but still, she gave it to you, but she didn't give it to me. Yeah, I honestly, you'd be surprised how many fucking beefs started because of women. Like a lot of them. There's also lots of energy, lots of fiery energy, just, like spitting fire, saying a lot of shit. Some, yeah, lots of beefs that were not over or that were just really like brushed under the rug are going to resurface for the remaining of this year. You'd be surprised of how many actual beefs are going to start coming right up. Since everybody is just popping their shit and since everybody is being direct, now is the time to discuss a lot of the past because this has happened within the last 5 to 10 years. Everybody is going to have a comeback, and everybody is going to. It's just going to depend on how or like who is going to, like make it in that ladder of just like being talked about and whatnot. But everybody's going to be making a comeback. Everybody who had like a beef or a falling out with somebody for the last 10 to 5 years and it wasn't fucking discussed properly, everybody's going to get popped and everybody's going to get a lick back. This year is all about like talking about okay, this is the difference between men and women. Women are going to be emotional about it, but like they're going to be emotional about it but still talk about it. But the way that women talk about it is like as an experience, or like as something that's happened and that made her learn something, and going to see it through her visuals, through her art. Meanwhile with men, they're going to just be straight up or like straight ahead with it. Of course, I'd say like a little bit of impulsiveness in it unless the artist really knows what he's doing. But with men, it's just like more direct or like more head on. And some are, very vocal about their emotions and what they have dealt with, especially like regrets, sadness, and shit like that. But as a whole, men just take it lower or just really like make you sit there and just listen to it like, and you're just like, they really like go through that? Did he really go through that? And men just approach it in a different way, in an impulsive kind of like, okay, now you're gonna guess what the fuck you're deserving out of me. While women, some women in the game are just like, I'm gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna mention no name, but I'm definitely gonna make it known that I've suffered because this, and you just have to link it all together. Women beats around the bush a little bit in hip hop. Meanwhile, men are gonna pop you, are gonna make sure that they mention what the fuck is going on in the song, and you just really gotta like pick that shit straight the fuck up, and it's so easy to pick up, just like Chris Brown did with the Sweetie line in the Weakest Link, I think. Yeah, the quote for this. So yeah, everybody and their mama are going to be talking about it. Oh, some artists are going to profit off of this, making tour like touring with this shit, touring with the with all this, or like including the disc records in this records in like their tour track list, talking about it, monetizing the fuck out of this shit. Just like Future and Metro Boomin, I think they did like a tour. They announced a tour, so they're going to definitely like make a lot of money with all that shit. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually like drop some merch too. But they would definitely there's definitely something here about like working even more and trying to find ways to monetize a lot of this shit. There's definitely people here who use ghostwriters. I wouldn't be even surprised if some other artists come up and say that I used to write for this nigga and everything. Oh, this nigga does not write all those raps and all those bars for himself. I write for him. Lots of other cover shit and underground artists might also like come up with some shit with some hits. You know, enjoying the fun. Some other people who are like very unexpected too would join this. As I said, a lot of other ones are going to be pulling the victim card, victimizing themselves. There is a lot of mental engagements here. Like it's going it's going to take a lot of mental capacity for some men who are not used to this, or like for some artists who are not used to this in general. There's a lot of hesitation here. Um, lots of yeah, lots of hesitation, lots of like going back and forth on their own fucking decisions and not really knowing what the fuck to do. A lot of stalking. Like everybody is watching everybody like a fucking hawk. Like everybody is stalking somebody. Making sure that nothing is being said, or that if you're gonna say something, I'm gonna go, like if you go low, I'm gonna go low, or literally. And that's one energy that is very prominent also. Bad news, of course, lots of gossip, lots of pettiness again. Creativity, of course. Hip hop is all about creativity and creating, creativity. Lots of other chances. Let's see, other chances to what? Lots of other chances to cause lots of other chances to cause lots of fucking chaos and lots of fucking disorder. There's going to be lots of fucking messiness when it comes to the remainder of this year. So buckle the fuck up. Lots of confusion, lots of brutality, lots of chaos, a lots of just people are going to some others are going to come for families, for daughters, for children, for dead relatives again. For exes, for bitter shit, for some shit that's going to be so out of pocket by some people. I wonder, because I keep seeing Wayne's face. I wonder if Wayne would ever like get involved in shit like that. Oh my god, I don't know why I keep like, I don't know why. Let me see. Oh, who knows? Maybe he would be mentioned. Maybe he would be joining. Depends though. If there is a chance for something, he could be like joining as a feature, or he could be like joining some shit like that. But his energy is like chill. He's dealing with enough on his own. But I wouldn't be surprised if some people like mention him, or like you know mention him amongst other things. So like, shit, now I have to say something. There is a lot of shit, like I said, about the past. The past always coming up. Some shit that isn't over and that isn't done with is going to be coming up here, and it's going to be causing a lot of other chaos. It's There are some love songs here, and there's something here where like love, and talking about some shit of some okay, something about like exposing secrets in relationship, or like exposing somebody's relationship, or exposing secrets that are in a relationship that look so fucking like picture perfect, and now it's like, damn. Like now you gotta say something, and then when the person's gonna say something, they're gonna respond by mentioning somebody's fucking family, like somebody's father, somebody's family, kids, and whatever. Your kid and yours. You need a paternity test. I did this and I did that. I hid that. You're mad. You're bitter. Just like a lot of bunch of shit, and like it's going to, as I said, make a lot of money for people, and there's a lot of stinginess here and lots of possessiveness, lots of chaos, lots of brutality, lots of disorder, lots of just fucking chaotic energy that is caused by all those past tensions and all those, like, all those past tensions and all those past beefs that kept happening and that kept brewing up, and lots of gossips. Your friend ain't your friend. They're all foes. Lots of falling out. Lots of fake friendships. Lots of fake friends. Lots of people just showing their true colors. Lots of falling out. So lots of feeling like, I'm on my own. I gotta defend myself. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I just have to make sure that I show people who the fuck is the boss. Trying to gain control, trying to, just do something for themselves. But like, it's what's off. There's a lot of anxiety, lots of worry, feel like you're defeated, feeling worn down. It's going to definitely take a lot of tolls on people. But this is what the game is about, just dissing people, making sure to get money off of it, hashing that shit out. Like hashing that shit out in songs, or just episode where it's like, when it happens and everything, then you just have to do something about it, or just like either make up or just really not get over it and still stay stuck there. So like, it all just depends on all that shit, or just really not fucking with one another, regardless of whatever the fuck happens. So, yeah, that is hip hop in 2024, or the remainder of it in a nutshell. We are to expect lots of other beefs and just, lots of other backs and forths and lots of other surprises coming into the way. The faces of people that I have seen. I've seen Kendrick Lamar, I've seen Drake, I've seen Chris Brown, I've seen Quavo, I've seen Nicki Minaj for some odd reason, I've seen Wayne, I have seen something that has to do with Jay-Z or Kanye West. I have seen some of, like, I've seen artists that are going to be like taking inspiration from, like Tupac, like Biggie, like DMX. I've seen NBA Young Boy for some odd reason. I have seen again Quavo. Um, those are some of the faces I have seen. I've seen Cardi B also as I was scrolling. I don't know why. Especially if she's going to release her album this year, she's definitely gonna have some pops for Nicki. Yeah, she's definitely going to have some pops for Nicki there. You know. So yeah, there's that too. I've seen also like Glorilla. Um, I'm seeing Ice Spice and Lato. Seeing GT. But mainly it's going to be lots of other shit that is going to be coming up. I've seen also like Snoop Dogg. I've seen Eminem, and I am seeing Rick Ross. And yeah, those are some of the people that we gotta look out for. I don't know why, but I just find this so fucking hilarious if Snoop Dogg decides to like join, especially like because of Drake is doing the AI with him and like Tupac. I don't know. I think he found it funny because I'm hearing him laugh in my head with like, why would you do that? So we should really just sit back and observe and see what is going on and what is going to happen, what is going to take place. And once an interesting beef comes up, then we're going to be doing a reading on it. But until then, stay blessed. And we're going to be meeting up in different other readings, of course. If you don't want to miss that out, and if you want to, suggest other readings, then be my guest, of course. And if you don't want to miss on other readings that I do and everything else of that sort, then make sure to subscribe. Bye bye.